This is NBY Sports. Last night's game between the Detroit Tigers and Baltimore Orioles in Baltimore was postponed due to rain. The contest will be made up as part of a doubleheader today, with the first game beginning with the pregame show at 4:10 and the first pitch at 4:35 live right here on Newberry's undisputed sports leader, AM 1450 WNBY. Jeremy Bonderman will take the mound up against Chris Tillman of the O's. The second contest will begin 20 minutes after the conclusion of the first. In that game, Rick Porcello will take the mound up against Jeremy Guthrie of the Orioles. The Tigers have won 6 of their last 8 over the Orioles and are visiting Baltimore for the first time this season. The Tigers coaching staff is all coming back. All 6 coaches under manager Jim Leyland will return to Detroit in 2011. That staff includes first base coach Tom Brookins, pitching coach Rick Knapp, hitting coach Lloyd McClendon, bullpen coach Jeff Jones, third base coach Gene Lamont, and infield coach Rafael Belliard. On the Major League scoreboard from yesterday in the American League, the Royals, the Rangers, the White Sox, the Blue Jays, the Athletics, all winners. In the National League, the Giants, the Cubbies, the Reds, the Marlins, the Brew Crew, and the Cardinals, all winners too. The Detroit Lions returned to the practice field yesterday in Allen Park. Several players missed the morning session because of injuries. Quarterback Matthew Stafford continued to watch from the sidelines because of a shoulder injury. Stafford has not played since suffering the injury in the season opener against the Bears. Running back Javid Best missed practice because of a toe injury. Best is listed as questionable for Sunday's game in Green Bay. Receiver Nate Burleson is nursing a sore ankle and did not practice with the team. Burleson is also listed as questionable against the Packers. The Lions also have released safety Randy Phillips and signed cornerback Dante Wesley. Lions head coach Jim Schwartz says it's tough to win on the road in the NFL, especially at Lambeau Field.
It's hard to win in the NFL on the road anywhere. I mean, that's a difficult thing. Crowd noise comes into play, and I think in particular crowd noise affects the game. It's tough in the Metrodome, it's tough at Soldier Field, it's tough at Lambeau.
Lions running back Javid Best has been named the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Month for September. Best, who scored a league-leading 5 touchdowns, has also rushed for more than 300 yards from scrimmage. Best is the first Lions Offensive Rookie of the Month since 2004, when both receiver Roy Williams and running back Kevin Jones were named. Best is questionable again for Sunday's game against the Packers at Lambeau Field because of that toe injury. The Michigan State Spartans and the Michigan Wolverines kick off Big Ten play this weekend. The 24th-ranked Spartans will play host to number 11 Wisconsin. Both teams are coming in at 4-0. Spartan head coach Mark D'Antonio says the Big Ten championship begins now and goes through Wisconsin.
The Big Ten championship, which I'm sure both teams are working towards, it starts now. It's the first game. Obviously a very important game. When we talk about being champions, it goes through Wisconsin.
The 19th-ranked Wolverines will head down south to Indiana to take on the 4-0 Hoosiers in MAC play this weekend. Western Michigan is coming off a bye week and will host Idaho. Central Michigan, meanwhile, will be at home to take on Ball State, and Eastern Michigan will play host to Ohio. Last night in top 25 college football action, number 24 Oklahoma State ran away from the Texas A&M Aggies 38-35. In high school football tonight, in non-conference action, it's the battle of 2 5-0s as Crystal Falls Forest Park goes to North Dickinson. Petoskey will be at Sault Ste. Marie. Pickford at North Central. Stevenson at Bark River Harris. St. Ignace goes to Cedarville. Munising travels to Ishpeming. Iron Mountain will come to Manistee. Rogers City at Rudyard. And the Newberry Indians get on the bus and head for Gwynn against the Model Towners in their homecoming game. We'll have it for you live, beginning with the pregame show at 7 o'clock. Kickoff at 7:30 live right here on Newberry's undisputed sports leader, AM 1450 WNBY. In 8-man football action tomorrow, Engadine travels to Bel Air. Superior Central moves to Posen. In mid-pen play, Nagoni's at Norway. And in non-conference action, Westwood at Indian River Inland Lakes. Last night in JV action in Newberry, the Gwynn Model Towners took out the JV Indians 20-0. The Detroit Red Wings are back on the ice tonight when they host the Toronto Maple Leafs in preseason play. Game time at Joe Louis Arena is 7 p.m. The Wings dropped to 2-3 in the preseason with a 5-1 loss to the Rangers on Wednesday night in New York. On NHL ice last night, the Sabres, the Blue Jackets, the Blues, and the Stars all winners. The 38th Ryder Cup is underway in Wales under trying conditions. Heavy rain and windy conditions are wreaking havoc at Celtic Manor Resort in Newport, slowing play and causing course officials to use squeegees to clear the putting surface of standing water. The pairings for Friday's opening's better ball matches were announced yesterday at the opening ceremony, with the United States sending out Phil Mickelson and Dustin Johnson to start the day against the European duo of Lee Westwood and PGA Championship winner Martin Kamer. Matt Kuchar and Stuart Sink are taking on the Northern Ireland pairing of Rory McIlroy and U.S. Open champ Graham McDowell, while Tiger Woods is teamed with Steve Stricker for the defending Ryder Cup champs in the third of the morning's 4 matches against Ian Poulter and Ross Fisher. This has been NBY Sports.
WNBY.